Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Adventures of Jacoby. I am the Winter Warlock here with Storm Gaming Alliance for another episode in Skyrim. Yes, indeed, we are back. As you can see behind me, the beautiful architecture of Dragon's Reach and the Auroras. Last time, we explored Silverdrift Lair. We had received a letter, months ago, a mysterious letter from a friend, and we went into Silverdrift Lair as it was sort of nearby Tower Mazark, which we had just left a deep, complete exploration of Blackreach for our 50th episode celebration. There in Silverdrift Lair, we received the word of power, Disarm. Which is an excellent shout to use and a terrible shout to have used against you. What are we going to get into on this episode? Well, I guess you'll just have to stay tuned. And welcome back. So, as I said, here we are beneath the beautiful Dragon's Reach under the amazing auroras of the beautiful night sky. I think Manor is now behind the rocks there. Just a gorgeous night. What is it? Almost 5 a.m. But, so this is going to... Oh, did the bandits... Yeah, the bandits came back. All right, well, that's fine.
That it? That your best?
There we go. That was easy. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a maintenance episode. Have some things I want to talk about, see if I can hopefully get some input from the viewers here, as far as things that we want to continue to get into. Chest is empty, but is that still going to trigger the reinforcements over the hill again? No, it doesn't look like it. Cool, I'm fine with that. But yeah, we've got a bunch of selling to do. Our carrying capacity is about full. So before we return home, I wanted to stop in here to Whiterun and see if we could get a few things sold off. Now, one big thing that I wanted to bring up in this episode, as we're sort of, I know that we haven't been back to Lakeview Manor in, 5 episodes now, but as we will see once we return, most of our work is done. I don't think there's really much building I want to do. For the most part, I was just going to pay Lydia to furnish the rest of the house for us, so we don't have to worry too much about mining any more iron or quarried stone or clay or traveling across to buy wood or slaughtering goats, so we have the goat horns for the lighting and all the other millions of different things. Hail. Yes, so at this point I don't really care too much about furnishing the place, and we will get back there today, so for any of you who have not yet seen the progress on our build, you'll be able to. I do want to grab this gourd. Yes, we did have Breeze home, and it is currently completely emptied out at this point. I just wanted to grab a few things that I left behind, mainly so we have a few odds and ends that we can go plant. A few odds and ends that we can go plant when we return to Lakeview Manor. I don't think there's anything else upstairs that I needed to grab. I think I pretty well closed everything up. Yep. Okay. Well, is there anything? We don't care. We don't care. All right. So yeah, just going to do a little bit of, see if we can get some things sold here. And I mean, that's really about it. I'm probably just going to, I'm just going to wait here for 4 hours. So yeah, one thing that I wanted to toss out, there's still some logistics that I have to get figured out before anything, really takes form. But at the beginning of this series, I talked...
Steer clear of Hillbridge too. Thing about those old crypts, the dead having trouble staying that way.
Yeah, thank you. In the beginning of this series, I had mentioned pretty much wanting to do like a full, not walkthrough, but a full playthrough, I guess, of Skyrim. Being that I would, yes, be quiet. I would go through the companions, the Thieves Guild, the College of Winterhold, the Dark Brotherhood, all those main factions, run through the Civil War, do the main quest, get into some of the DLC stuff. But after getting through the Companions quest in the first chapter, found that wasn't really much to our liking. Honestly, I just can't be bothered with the Elven Bow depleting. But wasn't really worth our time really getting involved with that. And why do we still have clay on us? That's probably why we're so weighed down, because we've got half of our... we've got all this stuff. We should have just dropped all that stuff off. So I may not actually have all that much that I do need to sell. Okay, apparently, I guess. Let's just go sell some of these weapons and stuff then. But yeah, we went through the Companions quest. Second chapter, we went through the main quest. Now third chapter has been retirement, getting into the Hearthfire. I always mix up Hearthstone and Hearthfire. But we've been working through that DLC, and I was basically going to make that Jacoby's retirement. Basically, we were going to build the house, and that was really going to be about it. Wasn't too worried about anything else outside of that, really. Really wasn't concerned with anything much outside of that. But I guess that's sort of where I would like to open the doors for you guys. Stepping out of character here, we've had a few nightmares here in the third chapter. If you haven't seen any of that, definitely go back and watch some of the previous episodes of Chapter 3. There's some pretty cool dream sequences that I put in, if I do say so myself, that hint to some things that we know about out of character, but Jacoby has absolutely no idea what that is. Now, we could, basically the series could go a couple of different ways. We could say, you know what, Jacoby's earned his retirement, he can retire. We'll keep the door open for some future exploration if we want to get into any other quest lines, whether that be DLC, like downloadable content, or actual in-game stuff, like if we want to go do the Thieves Guild quest line, or if somebody wants to see the Stones of Baron Zaya, or, whatever. Sort of leave the door open that we can come back and hang out with Jacoby here and there. But as far as the current schedule, Skyrim would be no more, and that this playthrough would be replaced with with Oblivion. I've sort of had it in the back of my mind ever since I started this series, and actually I thought about kicking off the channel with Oblivion instead of Skyrim. You look... Yeah. Come on.
All right. Hand over your valuables, or I will gut you like a fish.
Walk away now.
Nice try. I am not going to ask again.
I don't have time for this.
Walk away from me. You are dead. All right, then.
That was foolish. Just with a dwarven dagger. But yeah, so I was thinking about actually starting this whole channel off in Oblivion instead of Skyrim, but Skyrim being my favorite game, and I've honestly never actually played through Oblivion. So that series is pretty much going to be a more or less blind playthrough. I have seen some gameplay, and I've put a handful of hours into it, just sort of testing out the mechanics of the game, the controls, just sort of getting used to a different, getting used to a different game besides Skyrim. Obviously, there are similarities, but they're not the same game. But yeah, so that is going to be the next series that I release on this channel, and it will be taking the place of The Adventures of Jacoby. So if we decide that Jacoby is fully ready to retire, we just sort of want to let him be for now, then that's what we'll do. We will jump into Oblivion, and that will take over the Sunday and Thursday spot. Or, what? Who are you? Oh, just a wood elf. Probably a drug dealer. And no, I'm not being racist. I'm just here. Well,
Greetings, brother. You look weary.
yeah.
I have something.
See, drug dealer. But yeah, so we can basically decide, you know what, Jacoby's has had a good go of things. Let's just let him head off into retirement, and maybe we'll revisit for special occasions or extra bonus content. But we will shift our focus completely to Oblivion. Or we can continue The Adventures of Jacoby. As of late, this series has been getting quite a bit more traffic than it had in the past. And it seems to be that it's growing in interest. And of course, the main reason of doing this whole channel and everything is for the viewers. So I want to make sure that I sort of cater this stuff to what you guys want to see. So we're sort of at a turning point where we probably have a handful of episodes left in this chapter. Boy. Oh, that's right there. Yeah, Alakir warriors. Yeah, I don't really care to deal with them right now. But yeah, we can... basically, we can continue at the current trajectory and just let, just let Jacoby retire, or we can continue here in Skyrim and get into some other stuff, like I've been teasing at one of the DLCs, the Dragonborn DLC. We could certainly get into that. I haven't done anything really with the Dawn Guard DLC as far as this specific playthrough is concerned. But I can always get those installed and brought in, because that was sort of the main, or not the main, but the original thought was, I was going to do the Dawn Guard and Dragonborn DLCs in this playthrough. It just sort of got to a point where sort of putting myself in character, it didn't seem to fit the character. Now, of course, if we introduce more, you know, world-ending stuff, like, you know, the dragon cultists or the vampires, you know, that would be reasonable that Jacoby, as savior of the entire world, would likely come out of retirement to deal with such a problem. But yeah, I didn't want to drag, well, drag on is sort of the wrong word. I didn't want to keep putting out The Adventures of Jacoby if it had sort of lived its life. But if it hasn't, then, I mean, obviously it's still my favorite game, even, you know, even now just making all of these videos and, you know, doing this from less of a leisure standpoint. Still love to play the game, and I'm still really having a lot of fun with Jacoby. So we can definitely continue, but I want to open it up to you, the viewers. I know that comments haven't been super heavy on this channel in general, but I would really, really love to, hear from you guys. And I always respond to comments, so even if it's just popping in to say, hey, like what you're doing, or hey, I hate what you're doing, you know, I'd still love to just get the feedback from the viewers, because, you know, this always has been and will remain viewer driven. If Dubba Slick and I aren't doing things that the viewers want to watch, well, then what's the point? You know, we want to keep your attention. We want to keep the viewers coming in. We want to keep the subscribers coming in. So please, if you have any thoughts as to what you would like to see with this channel, or with Jacoby, or, you know, to end Jacoby, definitely let me know down in the comments. If you want to get into some Oblivion instead, a little change of pace, let me know. If we want to get into the Dawn Guard or the Dragonborn or any of the other things here in Skyrim that we haven't gotten into yet, let me know. You know, I would love to sort of get a little bit of momentum from our viewers here to help us better cater what's on this channel to what the viewers actually want to see. I did not mean to fall down into Illinalta's Deep. But yeah, that's sort of, oh, good. But yeah, that's sort of where we're at. Am I gonna get it? Nice. But yeah, that's sort of where we're at, is, you know, we're getting close to a point here with the Adventures of Jacoby where, getting close to a point here with the Adventures of Jacoby where it's, you know, drawing near the end of the chapter. So it's sort of deciding whether this is just the end of yet another chapter and roll into another chapter of the story, or if this is, can't see our house from here, or if this is sort of where we want to leave the Adventures of Jacoby and move on to a different story, tell another story in the world of Oblivion. Obviously same world, but different game. So definitely, I know I sound like a broken record now, but definitely let us know. Pop in the comments below and let me know what you guys think. I have a few ideas of what we could do if people want to keep watching Skyrim, so that's not an issue of, you know, it won't just be pushing on more Skyrim for the sake of more Skyrim. It'll still be, you know, thought out and planned content and stuff. So, what in the world? Somebody mad at us? No? Hello? Okay, there's Lydia. Okay, it sounded like somebody was attacking us. Yeah, we should have dropped all this stuff before we went adventuring. My goodness. We'll take those inside. Get rid of all that. Get rid of that. All the quarried stone. The straw. Alright, I think that pretty well does it for outside. So yeah, for any of you who haven't seen it, this is our home. Lakeview Manor. So we have the main building here. That is our entryway into the main house. I can't remember. I don't think this is terribly furnished. We did a little bit of furnishing here and there in the early episodes. Yeah, there's a few odds and ends. Empty strongbox, which might put some gems in there or something. This is where my dragon bone should be, right? Yeah, this is all my stuff to not sell. So we'll put those in there, put those in there. I don't think there's anything else necessarily that I want to put in there. No, not really. And then we've got a chest upstairs, I believe, where we're putting some of our stuff to be sold. If I remember, is it over? Nope, it's not that one. Where did I put that stuff? Empty. Oh, that has a few more. Oh, that's interesting. That has a few more. Well, we want to take all those books. Empty, empty, empty. Okay. This is our library, or at least the second level of our library. We haven't put anything in there yet. I thought I had a spot in here somewhere that I was storing. Is it just in the dresser? Nope. That I was selling things that we wanted to get rid of, but I could be wrong. Over here is the downstairs of our library, which is where I'm actually going to put the last few books that we have here. Dark Brotherhood, Codlack's Journal. All right, so that fills that up completely. That fills that up completely. So all those are all full, so we will go back upstairs. But before we do that, this is our greenhouse, which I'm actually going to plant a few things in here. Gonna put some lavender in here. There we go. We'll go ahead and put we'll put the gourd inside here. Good enough. So let's go up to the second story here. That's really kind of concerning, because I could have swore. Is this our everything to be sold? Nope, that's not our everything to be sold. Where did we put our stuff? Because I know we had stuff that was needing to be sold. Well, you know what? I might have just emptied it all out. And, yes, our back porch. I may have just emptied it all out. Dragonbane up here on the wall, yep. May have just emptied it all out before we left. Because I know that I've done a bit of selling here and there already, so we can put that. We still need to do Lost Legend, Spell Tome, Thalmor Dossier. Cool, there we go. That takes care of all of that. So, well, since this is our room, I will just, in this empty table, I guess, I will offload a bunch of our random stuff. So we don't have anything, well, we could. Yep, we'll get rid of that and that. Nothing there. All of our amulets, boots, circlet. Yep, all that stuff. That's fine. Man, we do have a decent amount of stuff that we could sell. But I just honestly couldn't be too bothered with messing around with that. Empty soul gems. All these gems. Some gold ore, empty gems. Empty gems. Yeah. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. So that should lighten us up a good bit, 122. And one thing that we have to do yet is put our armor back on the mannequin. So he's got Elven Light boots on. What boots do we have? Oh, elven light boots somehow. We'll give him the helmet, the bracer, the armor, and the shield. And then we will put on our boots and finery. There we are. And we should take off. Oh, don't drop it. Now I've got to re-favorite it and then re-hotkey it. My goodness. An absolute mess. All right, so favorited and Skyforged Steel Blade is going to be number 2, I believe. Yeah. Yep, cool. So there we go. Back in our finery. One thing we can do, if Skyrim will get with the program. Oh my goodness. Thank you. And we're just going to remove that marker that is on our house. Perfect. Cool. So yeah, that's sort of where we're at. We're gonna go out here and hang out on the porch for a minute. I know there wasn't really anything super crazy about this episode, but we did get to finally make our way back to Lakeview Manor and yeah, just talk about sort of the future of the series and the future of the channel and what's to come next, which I guess is, yeah, sort of open-ended. God, what an ugly creature. I almost hate Bethesda for creating such an ugly monster. Dragons, that's fine. These giant beetles and spiders and stuff, no, ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, sort of just a maintenance episode, getting back home, getting back to the nitty-gritty here, overlooking our necromancer's table down below there. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're under attack. Crap. I'm pretty sure we are under attack right now. Hello? Lydia? You don't seem bothered. I swore I heard something like a giant. I do hear a giant. Sir? Sir? I will have to ask you to nicely not come try to destroy my house. Sir? I'm warning you. By the power vested in me as Thane of Whiterun, I command you halt. Really? That was a foolish mistake. Well, hello? Can I not search the giant? Oh, probably not, because he's stuck. Well, he scarecrowed a little bit on us. I wonder if I can break him free of the ground. Probably not. No, yeah, he's stuck. He is stuck. Well, now we've got a dead giant. That's something you gotta watch out for. Bandits, giants. They will come attack your house. They will do it. Let's get back up here onto the porch. Look out. It seems so long ago. Make sure I don't fall off the edge here. Over there, Bleak Falls Barrow. The Golden Claw and the start of all of this. It seems very, very long ago that we started this adventure. I mean, and even in real world terms, it's been, by the time this video goes up, it'll be almost 6 months, real time, since we started here on the adventures of Jacoby, and which is just that's just crazy to me that this channel's been live for 6 months. I wonder what kind of time it's been for Jacoby. You know, that's one thing that always sort of throws me off is the time scale here in Skyrim is, you know, even if you were to put all the adventuring that we did into real terms, there's no way you could accomplish what we accomplished in 6 months real time. And you figure it's not like I've just been playing for 6 months straight, right? Like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I mean, I, you know, play for a couple of hours a week. But, you know, I'd be willing to bet that it's probably been maybe a month or two Skyrim time, which is just absolutely insane. Because there's just, I mean, there's no way you could do all this in just a few months' time. Yeah, something that's cool is you'll get these, the hawk feathers. The hawks will make nests up here. I'm not ready for it to start snowing. It was a beautiful day before. That's a little bit better. Not perfect. Let's do it again. There we go. That's what we want to see. But yeah, it's crazy to think Bleak Falls Barrow all the way over there. But let's just take a look. General stats. Days past 46. 46 days. So literally a month and a half. A month and a half, we became the Harbinger of the Companions, defeated Alduin, and built a house. That is just absolutely insanity. Absolute insanity. Let's see, can I get up on the... Oh yeah, I can. Will I be steady up here? For the most part. Nice. What? That's a courier. There's a courier in my house. Why was there a courier in my house? Is he serious? What is happening? Should we go see what he wants? I guess we can.
I've been looking for you.
Where?
Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
Oh,
Your
hello.
hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Letter from a friend. All right. So it's probably another word wall. Yep. You caused a bit of stir in Lakeview Manor. You caused a bit of a stir at your own house when you used a shout to bring the snow, to take the snow away. Head over to Autumn Watch Tower. Okay, let's see where that is. Find the source of power at Autumn Watch Tower. Okay, that is... I mean, we're over here. I mean, that's kind of nearby. Maybe that's something we'll have to check out at some point. But, yeah, that... I mean, okay, Mr. Courier, I wasn't really trying to have random people show up at my house. And now, you've thrown me off the trail of what I was trying to do here. Yeah, I would hope you don't have another letter for me. You literally just left. Oh, let's see. Can I get it? Can I do it? No, not gonna happen. Okay. Well, can you... Excuse me?
Nope. Sorry.
Nobody told you could use that. Jeez. Well, fine. Let's just go hang out with Lydia then. But yeah, everybody. Like I've said throughout this episode, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell all your friends. But yeah, drop a comment below. Let me know what you want to see on the channel. Do we do some more Skyrim? Do we hop into Oblivion? What do we want to see? As always, thank you guys for all your support. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. and I will see you all in the next one.